These are gears that you're gonna need if you want to start content this year. Now, full disclaimer is that these gears are the bare minimum. Obviously, there's going to be gear out there that will help you create content, but in my opinion, these are the gears that you're gonna need if you want to make high quality content this year. And full disclaimer is that most of these products are gifted to me, but everything I'm going to say here is according to my own opinion, and these are actually gear that I use on a day-to-day basis and every time I make content online. So I do a lot of unboxing videos and I do a lot of talking head videos, and these are the gear that I use every time I make those videos, and these are probably gears that you're gonna need if you want to make those similar videos as well. So with that out of the way, let's start with the camera. So I use two cameras and one of them is in here. The first one is my iPhone 16 Pro. My main camera is not in here because I'm using it for this video. The one I use is a Sony a6600, and most of the time it's paired with the Sigma 16mm f1.4. Personally, I still like this camera. It can shoot in 4K. It has great autofocus. I don't really like the flip up screen so much, but overall the camera produces great video quality and I really like this camera. The lens that I mostly pair with this camera is a Sigma 16mm f1.4, but this is the lens that I mostly pair with my Sony a6600 every time I do my talking head videos. Now, people have different opinions on it, but in my opinion is that if you're going to do video, then you need to have an ND filter on your lenses. ND filters are like sunglasses for your lenses and for your cameras. Indoors, you can control how much light goes in, such as with your softboxes or your fill lights. But if you're shooting outdoors and you shoot at f1.4, you're mostly going to have issues with overexposure. But with an ND filter on, you can control how much light goes in and you can still shoot at wide apertures even with your current 24 frames per second settings. Now, what if you don't have a mirrorless camera? Well, in my opinion, your smartphone is a great second option. In my opinion today, it is that cameras are really good and smartphones are good enough for content creation, and sometimes the people who are watching don't really care what camera you use as long as the idea is good. In my opinion, even with a smartphone, you can still shoot cinematic videos, and there's apps like the Black Magic app and the Moment Pro camera app where you can control your video settings and get the natural motion blur with the 24 frames per second settings. In my opinion, the video quality you can get with your smartphones is good enough for content creation. So everything that we've been talking about so far is to take care of the image quality of our videos, but there's another key component that you need to consider before creating content, and that is audio. So this is the microphone that I've received recently, and in my opinion, this microphone is very cool and it's very versatile, and overall it's such a game changer. This is the Boya Magic, and you can use this microphone for different uses. Last year when I was creating content, I usually have two kinds of microphones. One is wireless every time I do talking head videos, and I'll have it clip it on my shirt. And if I'm doing unboxing videos, usually I would put a shotgun microphone. And the problems I was having with my setup last year is that the microphone I was using at the time isn't easily compatible when it comes to switching between the mirrorless to smartphones such as an iPhone. But the Boya Magic solves my problem, and it's going to solve your problem too when it comes to content creation, especially if you're switching from mirrorless to smartphone. So the Boya Magic has different uses and can be used for every situation. You can use this as a handheld microphone. You can also use this as a shotgun microphone. But in here, when you open this up, there is wireless mics inside, and I can clip those on my shirt. And what's cool about the Boya Magic is that it comes with a wireless receiver that is compatible with the mirrorless camera, and it has a wireless receiver in here to put it in your smartphone. But you might be wondering, how is the sound quality of the Boya Magic? Well, I'm gonna switch this microphone right now and let's find out. So this is holding the microphone around a foot away from me, and let me know in the comments below, how is the sound quality of the Boya Magic? This is the sound quality test for the Boya Magic using a filter. How's the sound quality of the Boya Magic with a filter? Let me know in the comments below. And this is a sound quality test using the wireless microphone that is clipped to my shirt right here. And let me know in the comments, how is the sound quality of the Boya Magic. Now the Boya Magic, however, is a 24-bit microphone. Now a lot of creators right now are looking for the 32-bit float microphones, but in my opinion, if you're starting out, 24-bit microphone is good enough. If you're not familiar with microphones, the sound quality for the 32-bit float is much better than the 24, but at the same time, most people cannot tell the difference between a 32-bit float microphone and a 24-bit microphone. In my opinion, it's better to have a microphone than not having a microphone. So this takes care of the image quality and the sound quality of your content, but there's one key component that I think is necessary if you want to make good high quality content this year, and that is lighting. And in my opinion, lighting is such a better investment than any other gear that you can buy. So this is the Yongnuo YN150 Ultra, the RGB version. So the one I'm using in this video, I believe, is the Yongnuo YN150, not the Ultra version, just the bicolor YN150 kit. And it's paired with the softbox and a honeycomb grid. Now, as I mentioned earlier in this video, is that this is just the bare minimum. There's obviously more gear that you can get to help you with your content creation. Now, the gear I'm going to mention next are not actually gear that you need to have, but they're really nice to have. But in my opinion, if you're limited in budget, I'd rather invest in good lighting rather than the other gears that I'm going to mention in this video. In my opinion, these gears that I'm going to mention is that if you don't have them right now, it's not the end of the world. You can still create good content, but these are gear that are nice to have and it's going to help you and going to make you faster in your workflow. The first gear is the tripod. If you're doing talking head videos, you can place the camera on the table, and if you're doing vlogging, most of the time you'll be holding that camera on your hand. The other gear that I'm using all the time, but it's not necessary, is having a cage for your camera. And this cage honestly helps me a lot when it comes to content creation. I can mount my microphones here, I can mount lights here, I can put camera plates in here to easily switch from vertical to horizontal. Overall, I really like having a cage in my camera, but at the same time, it's not necessary to have. You can obviously make it work without the cage on your camera. But overall, in my opinion, with this basic setup, you can make high quality content this year. But that's it for today's video. If you are interested in any of the products that I mentioned in here, I do have links down below. And comment below what gear you would add to this setup that you think is necessary and every creator should have. But anyways, again, thank you for watching. If you like this video, please press that like button and consider subscribing for more reviews just like this one. And thank you for watching. See you in the next video.